Yeah, what we got today?
Today we have a weatherproof Wi-Fi outdoor smart outlet plug. This is Menina from mediaboxentlab. Today we have a weatherproof Wi-Fi outdoor smart outlet plug. You can use it with Amazon Alexa and Google Assistant. It's energy saving and hazard proof, checking the real-time and historical power consumption for your connected device. Surge protection and timing settings that eliminate potential hazards. You can use it outside on your string lights, on your fortune, or anything you have outside.
Let's check the smart outlet. This one with 2 sockets. It's pretty heavy build. This will be in outdoor. We have the off and on switch. We're going to be testing. I'm going to show you how to set up this for the first time. We got the 2 sockets here. Nice, but we like to control your outdoor lighting, the fountains, or whatever it needs to require. So let's plug it in. We're going to synchronize it today with my Google Home and Alexa. That is my other room. So let's follow some steps. First thing I want to do, I want to plug a light so we can see without me installing any application. On, and the light is green, and off. Let's try the second one. So this way both will come on. All right. So my next step. So besides this, you get a manual how this thing works, but you don't have to because you're going to run that right now. And also, I show you both Alexa and Google. Well, you need to download an application. In the application, we do recommend you to install. It's called Smart Life. It's very simple. Just go into Google and type Smart Life or in an Apple phone and you download it. After you see in the screen there, I do have plenty of things I control in the house and all through this application. Now, this application will connect with Google and Alexa. In Alexa, you need to learn the skill, and the skill will call a Smart Life. Now, I don't need to on an Alexa or Google to control this light. All right, so we're going to show that step first. So it's pretty simple. The first thing we need to do is we're going to press the plus. So at that step, we're going to choose electrical outlet. And then if we see here, it will let me know that it needs this to be blinking. I don't see any blinking. Now, before we go to the next step, you have to make sure you are connected to a 2.4 gigahertz network. If you are connected data, disconnect the data, network data, and connect only to 2.4. Any smart devices, any light bulb, any switch, anything today that works on the smart house only works with 2.4. So if you got only 5 gigahertz, you will have to set up a 2.4 network with your own password, and then you're going to use it for all your smart devices. All right, so at this point now, like I said before, we need this to be blinking. If it doesn't blink, what you're going to do, you're going to hold it for a few minutes. Okay, now you see now it's blinking fast. What we're going to do, let me shut the light. I don't need the light on. It's still blinking fast. Now I'm going to click next. Now at this point, you need to choose your network 2.4, and at the bottom will be your password for your network. Then we confirm. And now we wait. As you find it takes about maybe 60 seconds, some less. Now, as you see, Alexa already find it. We look around the top right now. Alexa find it, and I can hear her talking in the kitchen. Now, on Google will not give you any notifications at all. Yes, I can hear now. So Google will not give you any notification. Only Alexa send you a message, and also if as many Alexa you have at home, all they will go off and let you know if they find in the smart outlet. All right, I just plug in another light so we can see the difference, and we see that even it has a color green, the dual outlet socket. So at this point, you want to choose whatever you want to put. You don't have to, but in my case, it's going to go into the balcony where I control my outdoor lighting. So choose balcony. and complete. Now, as we see the switch right there. So this is 1 and this will be 2. Right now, we're not using Alexa Google. So I'm going to press right in the screen 1. Okay. That one is on. Press 2. And my light bulb is on. Now, the nice thing here, you can create a countdown, or you can do that. I do this a lot. You can create a schedule for switch 1, create a schedule. I don't know. Let's imagine the fountain during the day. So you can put what time you want to start. Comes on. And then you set on every day. And that will be it. Then if you want off, then you have to create another schedule we'll call off. And sometime off can be, depend. Normally in my case, over the weekend, I leave it to stay longer. And during the week, we turn it off sooner. So that's a schedule. You can create a countdown. So that's pretty nice, that point. Now, let's move up to Google and Alexa. So at this point, Google find it too, because I already preset Google with the Smart Life. So if I go, what is called switch 1. So if I go to Google and say, hey, Google, turn on switch 1. Okay. Hey, Google, turn on switch 2. Hey, Google, turn off the dual outdoor switch. You hear that? So if you say the whole thing, then it's just the whole switch off. Sure, you can rename it. You don't need to call that long. You can call it whatever you want. You can rename this as well too. See, you can rename. You can check if it's any firmware update. Let's check if it's any firmware update. So we go here all the way into the bottom. Check for firmware, and it's no. Sometimes that's a way to check it. All right, you just go there and check it time to time, see if it's anything new. Here, I show you what is compatible. Now, Alexa is too far. I don't want to be screaming, so I'm going to execute it from my phone. So now we are in Alexa. In Alexa, first, we're going to check a few things here. We're going to go into devices, and I want to show you this. You go all the way down, use more skills, home skills, and we see here what is enabled, and we see thermostat, more camera, and you see Smart Life. The only thing you need to do is install that. That's it. Nothing to config, because everything has been done through the main application. Now let's see. Sometimes Alexa can take a little longer. She find it, but let's check. I know she did. Let's see what is new. It should be a little star. Yes. So if they find a dual switch, we can see here dual switch is off. So I can turn it on here. And pole comes on. I find something else, but that's nothing to do with this. So now it they find the dual one. Now how we get it? So it finds 1 and 2. That's very important. Now only find the main switch. So again, Alexa, turn on dual outlet outdoor switch. That's it. Alexa, turn off the dual outlet outdoor switch. All right, so we got it off. Okay, now how we get it into finds all the switches. So we're gonna go all the way in the top. Let's go back into the main screen. So we are in the smart devices. Now we need to discover the other two. They discover the whole unit. I need to discover single ones because I want to control maybe different times, different light bulbs. I click the plus. We add the device. We're going to add the plug. But if you see in my case, if you have one of the devices, then you use a Smart Thing, Julia, whatever you use, switches. If you use Amazon, then you click Amazon. Now, I'm not using none of this. I'm using a Smart Life. So I'm going to go Other and Discover Devices. So Alexa now should be able to discover the 2 missing switches because she finds the whole thing. I need her now to break it down for me. And she did. 2 devices discovered. But again, remember that she defined the whole block. She find the whole thing. But we need to break it down now. Don't know why it's that way. And any devices, there are two or triple switches, works that way. Google's different. All right, switch 1, switch 2. We can go here. We can choose a group, or we can do that. We can escape. That's okay. Do that one. Set up devices. It's going to escape that. That's it. Done. So now to work. Let's go my phone. Alexa, turn on switch 1. Alexa, turn on switch 2. Hey Google, turn off switch 1. Turn off switch 2.
Okay, turning switch 2 off.
So that was simple, right? And if I go into Google for a second, let's go into Google Home. We can see all the devices now. In the bottom should be the breaking down one. That's it, right there. As we see, we got the dual. We got switch 1, switch 2. We can rename it. You can rename this from the main. You don't have to rename it here. You just go into the Smart Life application and you just rename it there. And then automatic, you just wait a little bit and automatic, across the board, it will rename. If you have, like me, you have a Google and Alexa, just rename it right on your Smart Life. And then the whole thing will remain. It will put the new name. But here, the only thing you have to do is just queue a home. So you go here at the room. That is my house. If you get a second house, you set it up. Oh, we don't need that. So right there. Next. See more devices. And now you set it. And it's going to go into balcony. Done. And that's a balcony. So we have a few things to remember. If you use a Smart Life, you set your groups in a Smart Life and you can control it from there. Sometimes I use that, sometimes I use Google combination, or sometimes I use Alexa. On Google automatic do that, and you can switch and put in the rooms, whatever you have it. Now you can create a schedule, and technically Google detect it too. If they didn't detect it right away, just wait a little bit. Sometimes it detects the main unit like this. But if you give it some time, it will detect too. Alexa should do that too. It will detect it, but if you want to do the things fast, you just did what I did and you push it. And with this, we'll complete this great tutorial. Thank you very much. So now, if you need to learn more about this dual smart switch outdoor, check the link below.